Hello and welcome back to my channel. These last couple of months have been rather challenging for us. We've had to move once again. That happened at the start of my channel when I was just starting out, and it's happened again pretty much exactly 1 year later. And well, that is always the risk you take when you're renting a house somewhere. And things have changed quite a lot in the local market. It used to be really sort of worth our while to rent a house on a farm outside of town, as in, well, because the price is cheaper. So even though we are a distance from town, the petrol costs of driving to town are kind of offset by the cheapness of your rent. So it kind of, the sum works out in our favor. And of course, you end up with a bigger house, more space, a nicer environment, and so on and so forth. But now things have changed. The farmers, those who have houses spare for renting purposes, they are now using professional estate agent services and agents, and so they've pushed their prices way up. So now to kind of, to rent a house on the farm, and also have that distance that you have to travel to town for the school run, for example, it's just too pricey. It's just way too pricey. Our petrol prices have gone through the roof as well. We're paying around 20 Rand a litre for petrol, which is a historical high for us. So the sums just don't add up. So we've made the move to town, and there, of course, the market is not only saturated, but just incredibly difficult to find anything. I guess it's because the local hospital is a student hospital, so you have loads of people constantly looking for accommodation in the area. So yeah, the rental market is insane. And of course now you have to fill in all sorts of forms and credit checks, and they look at exactly how much money you earn and even what you spend your money on. I think that's kind of, it's kind of private what I do with my money, but they don't care. You got to fill in those forms, and then they make the little calculations, and then they ring you up and they say, "I'm sorry, sir, but you do not qualify for this shitty little house you just viewed the other day." And then I'm like, "Oh, wow, okay. You should have seen the mansion I was living in last year in comparison." So, yeah. Here we are in a tiny place. No pets allowed, so we had to move the dog and move the cat to other members of the family. This will hopefully be temporary, just a year or so, and when you make all your calculations and so on, it's actually more worthwhile to buy a house. So yeah, we're gonna look around for a house to buy, and of course that is quite a process. It's more hoops that you have to jump through. But at least we're in a place, we have our own space, shitty as it is. It is close to the school, very close, close to all the shops. So petrol-wise, we will be saving some money. Rent-wise, well, it's tough everywhere. This is pretty much what I can afford. And it's actually more than what I was paying for the very large house I was living in for the last year. That's insane, that's just the way it goes. So, and of course that brings me to my next maybe negative thing. The whole move was negative, but the other negative thing is, of course, the impact on my channel. I am unable to do a cigar tobacco grow. I can't grow diddly squat in this little thing excuse of a garden that we have. Even if I wanted to, it's just, no, it would never work. So yeah, no grow for the season ahead, sadly. That's just the way it is. So I'm just gonna have to think of some other topics for videos. I think my channel is anyway due for a bit of a makeover and a bit of, I don't know, some better design, some better catchier wallpapery stuff in the background and so on. So I'm going to work on that over the next year while we're looking for a house. Yeah. Well, I can also mention to you guys, I went shopping for cigars this morning. I took a little trip to Cape Town. To the Tiger Valley shopping center. So I'll show you guys what I got. All right, let's take a look at what I got. So I got a manual Alonso. I'm not sure what that is exactly. I didn't really... You know, I'm always in a rush. When I'm in a shopping center, it's just all, you know, the Christmas rush. Everyone's shopping. It's just insane. I'm like an assassin. I just go in there, target acquired, bang, bang, done, get out. This one is a... what is this? Looks like a Cezanne. Cezanne is my wife's name. That's bizarre. Okay, Robusto, but handmade in Nicaragua. You had me at Nicaragua. Oh, I love Nicaraguan tobacco. So I'm hoping that's going to be a delicious bomb. And then a Rogers. Limited edition. Yes, sir. And I did see something about Dominican Republic, so there we go. We'll see. Next week is my birthday. And I'm definitely going to smoke one of these today. I can't video myself and smoke as the weather is a bit crappy outside, so I'm gonna... Which one will I choose first? I don't know, maybe I'll try this fella. So I'll smoke them just now, put these away, have one on my birthday. Maybe one over this weekend. We're gonna spend some time on a beach, hopefully. And if anything really strikes my fancy, I'll head back to that shop and get some more just before Christmas. It's worth mentioning that I went to Cuba Cigar Emporium in the Tiger Valley shopping center, and I think there are a couple more of that chain in Cape Town. I can't speak for them. I can only speak for this one in Tiger Valley shopping center. I rather like it. It's very tiny. It's just a little nook just in front of the Pick and Pay supermarket on the left hand side there. But what I do like about it is that you see the cigars from a mile away. You step into their space, and on the one side is a massive cigar humidor with a couple of hundred sticks in there. So, you know, it's just a good opportunity to have a good look from corner to corner and see what they got. And I enjoy picking out a few sticks there. Something I got a few, these three I got today I've never tried before, so I'm looking forward to trying something new. And the lady was very informative, and she asked if she could cut them for me as well, which I thought was quite a nice touch, because especially if you're a new smoker, you might not have a cigar cutter on hand. So that's a nice, thoughtful part of the service. And she put the cigars in a nice Ziploc bag for me. So, and she also had some positive things to say about each stick. Apparently the Rogers one is very good. Well, all three, she raved about them all. Maybe that's just the salesman pitch, but I like that. That's rather nice. So yeah, go, and if you're in the area, have a look and head over there and see what you like, see what you think about it. All right, I've had an idea for some future videos, and it's involving the cigars I have already rolled. You can see my little stash over here. Quickly. So I'm thinking, why don't I grab a couple of the nicer looking ones, like those two. That's about Robusto size, rather similar. And then a couple of smaller. Neighbors are noisy, I do apologize, but yes, we're practically living on top of each other. Is to be expected. Alright, so what I was thinking of was putting some bands around these fellas with some dates, and then let's say in the new year I'll put a date of, say, January on one of them, and then I'll put a date of maybe 4 months further down the line on this one. I can do a flavor review on this one and we see how well it burns and all that sort of thing, and then a few months later we try the next one and see if they are getting better. I'm hoping that they are improving. I've smoked some of the smaller ones. There's still a harsh, greeny kind of flavor coming through, which I do not like, and I'm hoping that disappears over time. And I can do the same with these smaller ones. Say January, and then July, and then later on in the year, September, October, November, somewhere, and just see if there's a progression of niceness coming through. I must say, every time I open the lid of this container, the smell is getting better and better. You're getting that nice kind of tobacco-y smell coming out. Whereas in the beginning, there was hardly any smell whatsoever. So they are improving. They are definitely improving, but I don't know how long it takes. I know commercial cigars typically have old tobacco. I mean, old compared to this, like 4 years, aged for 5 years, aged for 7 years, aged for 10. It's often a blend. The rollers tend to use whatever they got on hand. They will dig around in old warehouses and find stashes of suitable tobaccos for the blends, and some of them are, they'll vary in age, but they'll be at least a couple of years old, you would hope. So this stuff isn't yet, so, I shouldn't really be surprised that they're not super tasty yet. I don't know, what do you guys reckon? I think I'm going to do that. So look out in January. I will start the review process with these fellas. Okay, let's do that. Let's try some time jumping. So I intend to smoke this just now in the garden. So future self, what does this taste like? Very nice. Alright, I just thought I'd include the flavor notes that I'm getting. It's so windy outside, I don't think you'd be able to hear me out there. That fire, what do you call it? Fire bowl, fire pit? I made that myself out of scrap. Yeah, thank you very much. Anyway, the cigar. It has what I would call flavor notes of nice sunny tobacco. There are a couple of woodsy notes in there, very nice. A hint of leather. I must say I don't like too much leather. It can become a bit queasy inducing if it's too heavy. But just a touch of leather, some kind of barnyardy kind of hay-like sort of notes in there as well. And there's a nut. There's some kind of nut in the background, a sweet nut. Macadamias are sweet. Brazil nuts, something along those lines is what I'm getting. So I must say, this Azan is very pleasant. I'm enjoying it very much. All right, back to my past self. All right, there you have it. Awesome. All right, so yeah, a couple of negative things happening. Never mind that we have a pandemic still raging around the world with the new variant of COVID and all that nonsense. I must say, a positive thing that's happened very recently is the band Eskimo Callboy. I don't know if you guys have come across them, but they just released a new single called Pump It. Yeah, these guys are hilarious. I am so stoked that I came across them. And, we have the Christmas season upon us, the holiday season. We're all going to overindulge in some way or another. And then the new year will come along and all make those resolutions that I'm going to exercise more. Well, with that track, Pump It, play that thing on repeat, and I'm pretty sure we'll all see some gains. Oh, yeah. That's hilarious. I'm going to have that track on repeat. That's going to be my new workout song. It's summer here. That's going to be my summer anthem, to be honest. So, yes, I'm going to play that on repeat. Wonderful. Wonderful stuff. It's nice when something like that just pops out of the blue and it becomes your thing for the next month or two. The soundtrack to your life. Now check out some of the other songs. Okay, guys, thank you very much for stopping by. I have picked up a couple more subscribers over the last couple of months without even putting in any effort to the channel, so I really need to get my shit together, man, and just plow on ahead and, just smoke some cigars and discuss various things with you guys. So thank you very much for stopping by. If you haven't subscribed already, please consider doing so. I'm very close to the magical number of 100. They say the first 100 is the hardest. Once you have that 100 in the bank, then it kind of builds up from there. But you need to keep the momentum on your channel rolling. That is something that I haven't really been doing. I have plenty of excuses, moving, my day job, but yeah, no, I should be doing some more videos. So I'll be making some time for that. I just need a decent place to smoke. I mean, this garden out here is not really cigar worthy. I don't know. I don't think I can carve out a space at the office. That's something I'm gonna have to think about. Because it's nice to kind of make a video whilst puffing on a stick. Anyway, thank you guys for stopping by. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you guys soon. Happy holidays.